defense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, Lion! Hey, tomato! Take right open.
Here's Travis Etienne on the ground. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. The tackle there by Daniil Hunter.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Hey, go! Hey, son. 11.
Lawrence working from the gun. Nice caught. It's Travis Hunter. And no yak this time. They got on him quickly down at the 32-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's a Jaguar first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They go play action. Lawrence got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
2nd and 10 now from the 32 after the incompletion. From the shotgun, Lawrence. He's got it downfield near the edge. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Here's Etienne on first down. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock Huard, who've got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
11, here we go.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Shaquille Griffin there defensively.
All right, let's go. Son. Go. Here we go.
3rd and long for him here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. Jacksonville in punt formation. Surprisingly had to punt 5 times in last week's win, and he sends this away. And that's well into the end zone, so a missed chance to stick them near the goal line. Instead, they're going to have the ball at the 20. First call here coming from the shotgun. They'll motion him out of the backfield. First play, Stroud's going to pass. Toss, this is Noel. Hits the 20. Touchdown, Houston! The Texans don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Okay, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers. Sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Johnson with a return here. This makes it up to the 25. defense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Decent 24.
Trying to throw this from the gun. Finds Hunter downfield. And they're able to drive him out as he reaches the 45. They pick up 20 yards there. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
Just one play into this drive, and they are already sitting on their own 45.
Gun. Hey, go. Hey, change attack. Here we go. Hey, two-footer. Here we go.
On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. Ooh, that one's nearly intercepted. The defense read that one perfectly. A poor choice to make that throw. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep to the left. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Couldn't find Brian Thomas Jr. on that throw. So that brings up 4th and long. And he drives this into the pouring rain. And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Texans to the line. 1st and 10. From the gun, Stroud. Oh, he puts some heat on this deep ball. Left side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. He was hoping to get it to Tank Dell there. And it's going to be 2nd down.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
I'll try again from the 20 after the incompletion.
Here we go. 19. What's up? White, Tony.
2nd and 10. Stroud to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And this defense going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on 3rd down.
Here we go. 19. Okay. Hey, uno more. 11.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
Not a person in this stadium didn't start tensing up the way I did up in the booth. You could feel that goal line coming, right? Pressure right in his face. Nearly turns into a couple points now. Well, now you got to be so careful. No breathing room for the next snap.
And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory. 1st and 10. Ball set up at the 48.
Hey, easy. Route. 11. Hey, Soko, Sahaj. Here we go, Sahaj.
Now it's Lawrence. Blitz is there, and he goes down. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Hey, kill. Sink right open. Silver.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Kamari Lassiter with the pick. And he's going to score a pick six. Touchdown, Houston.
Okay, I know you feel the same questions I do from people as, well, do you ever have a rooting interest in the game? Or is it hard to not root for your home team or anything like that? No, the only thing we root for, to be honest, is a close game. And right now, with this kind of start, it doesn't feel like we're going to have one.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Johnson now on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes first and 10.
Hey. Darn, this is hot. Red.
Now Lawrence coming off a pick. Connection made. Travis Etienne. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's a Jaguar first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
On red. Darn, this is 13 Luke. 11 Agate. Go street. Here we go.
First and 10. It's Lawrence. Trying for the deep ball. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So second down coming up.
Rip, 23. Go.
Now Lawrence. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
I can promise you that is a throw, and as a quarterback, when it leaves your hands, you do not want to flirt with as this game goes on. That is a prime one that DB could cut off and take the other way.
Son, this is hot. 11.
Back to the air, Lawrence. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing fourth down.
As quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out, how in the heck do we turn this around?
And he's had a very busy game already, Brock. Third time they've called on him as he gets this away. And a sure-handed play there in the rain. He brings in the fair catch without a problem.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10.
Here we go. Let's the hot.
Motioning the tight end now. Here's Stroud on first and 10. They connect on the deep shot. He goes the distance. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans take a 20-zip lead. Tank Dell the touchdown.
There's a good chance he wasn't even looking when that ball was released, but the crowd, well, the crowd let him know exactly what was going on. He could feel the swell of excitement. Whenever they take a deep shot, it's only going to get louder now as they were able to connect.
That one right down the middle. And the Texans push their lead to 21-zip already. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Johnson with a return here. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
Johnson on the return. The Jaguars take over first and 10.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Hey, tomato.
from the gun. This is a heater going deep. That's complete inside the 35. And they're going to take this in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Cam Little to try the extra point. Extra point sent in through the rain. The Jaguars get it back to a 14-point game. On now is Cook to kick this away. Set to return, this is Braxton Berrios. Finds some space, he's past the 30. This effort's going to get him to that 32-yard line before he's taken down.
At their own 32-yard line.
All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now, first round. On target to his back, Joe Mixon. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. And creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
18. What's up?
And the shotgun again to Mixon. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up 3rd down. 1 quarter down in this all AFC South contest. 21-7 is our score. Back to Everbank Stadium in just a bit. Welcome back. We'll begin the 2nd quarter with the Texans in possession. They'll have it 3rd and 3.
Nike Texas. Why Tony?
They send a man in motion. Stroud now on 3rd. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, gets down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
And this one hits first to the 3 before continuing on into the end zone for a touchback. Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10.
Lisa 24. 13 loose. Hey, Ginger, touch. Go street. Hey, kill.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And he's going to be pushed out on near that 40-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
Well, we have seen the value of a big, physical tight end. Just like that. Those post routes downfield, so hard to defend. The great tight ends, the physical tight ends, it's almost as if they're posting up on the low block in basketball, and you can't get around them.
Hey, think right open. Street. Go, let's go.
Throwing on 1st down, Lawrence. This one's going to hit the ground, incomplete. Looking for his running back there. Going to send him back to the drawing board now for 2nd down.
I know that you and I love, Kate, looking at plays and discussing them and all the different outlets and checkdowns, and usually there's a completion to be had, but not against this defense. Not on that one.
Hey, Ginger. Touch. 11. Check smash. 11. Go. Sink right.
Once again here, 2nd and 10. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
30 left. gun. Hot.
Brokey with a third down. Throw right side, caught by Thomas. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. It's a massive 35-yard pickup, first down.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yaps. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
11, again. Here we go.
First down throw, Lawrence. Pass is caught at the 9. And they're going to be set up with a first and goal here from the 7.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really crave man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
Throwing again. Here's Lawrence. Here comes the screen for Etienne. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars make it a one-score game in the first half. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. Little able to connect on the point after. And the Jaguars chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. Just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. He fields it from the 8. Finds some space. He's past the 30. I don't know if they're going to get to him. He took it all the way. Oh, baby, what a return. Touchdown. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an excited return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kickback for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
Fielded at the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes first and 10.
Rip, 23. Soko, hot. 11. Go. 30 left. Hot.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for second down.
Take a look at that scoreboard, and you just can't backwards. If you're going to close this gap, you've got to stay on schedule. Had a hard time doing so with a double-digit deficit.
Here's the backup. First throw. He loses the football. And the Texans have recovered it.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a first down on second down. You're trying to create a manageable third down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
Buys time, rolling right. Travis Smith, the ball is out. Picked up by the Jaguars. And they steal away possession and add some extra yards for their offense after that fumble return. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
They're going to throw now, following the turnover. Finds Hunter downfield. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. That one goes for 25 yards. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down. One play in, and they are already close to midfield. throw here on first down. The Texans closing in, and they get to it. And they're going to be forced to regroup a bit ahead of second down.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Back to throw. Throw deep to the left side. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. Kamari Lassiter with the pick. And the Texans are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Well, okay, I guess we've got a couple of very giving teams today, Brock. One side coughs it up with a fumble. Then the other side graciously hands it right back with the interception.
Hey, listen, if you like playmaking defenses, then you like this game right here. These defenses, they're the ones supplying the big plays, and they're putting their stamp on this game.
They'll get 31 yards on the play. And it sets up a Houston first. Putting the tight end in motion. First down throw by Stroud. And that one's going to be incomplete. A deep look, unsuccessful. That's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
They'll try something else from the 27 this time. 2nd and 10. Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the sack forces a now tougher 3rd down.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it into the 3rd row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now 3rd down is so much harder.
This one falls incomplete. Intended target there was for Jalen Noel. And now they're staring at 4th and long. The Texans set to punt. Tommy Townsend will kick it away. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Ooh, he put too much juice into that one. It lands in the end zone. We're bringing things out to the 20-yard line. Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. He gets it to him on the screen. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
He's going to throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Defense with an excellent opportunity and a stop here on 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
And he gets it away from his end zone. He'll just call for a fair catch here, and what incredible field position for them after that kick.
Texans take over 1st and 10 at the
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
On the quick, right?
Hey, 18. What's up? Buggy.
Look to hot, Under.
Hey, Uno Mars.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Finds him over the middle. And he gets down to the 24 before he stops. Houston calls it second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Stop.
Here we go.
A gain of 18 on the play.
11.
First down, Houston.
First down, Stroud. And he can't hang on. Touchdown in his arms. But it slips through. Second down coming up.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
Why, Tony?
Back to the air they go on second. Stroud. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, and so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up. Third and long for him here. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. He couldn't hang on, Brock. It looked like a touchdown, but it slips right through his hands, and now it's fourth down. Tommy Townsend on the punt. And he's been getting all of it every time out. And he drives this one skyward, hoping to drop it near the goal line. And he's there to make the fair catch right at the 10-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
One last play before the break. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he doesn't get much there on what turns out to be the final play of the half.
Logan Brooks.
On now is Cook to kick this away. Has this at the 6. And he gets it up beyond the 20, but boy, did they plant him a few inches into the ground at the end of that run.
At their own 21-yard line.
Texans to the line. 1st and 10. They'll begin with a run by Mixon. And he's encouraged out of bounds after that 9-yard gain, so that's going to make it 2nd and 1.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
After a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that first down. From the gun, Stroud. Bails out of the pocket quick. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
I think I got the same thought bubble as all the fans in the stands with that one. You just got to tuck it. Don't try to force the issue. You're out there in the open space. Put your head down and go get the first.
Still inches to go on 3rd down.
All right.
Running with Mixon out of the gun. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
2 yards.
Ball at the 33 for first down.
The Texans first down.
They bring Higgins in motion left. Stroud to throw on first down. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
So still 10 to go on second from the 33-yard line. Staying between the tackles with Mixon. Good bit of running there, kicking that outside. This is going to be a gain of 8. Offense in a hurry up here. Motion man sent left. Stroud now, 3rd and 1. Has a man downfield. It's Collins. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. They go play action with Stroud. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
We'll try something else from the 27 this time. 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Stroud. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Still 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line.
Right, 18. That's right. Why, Tony. Hey, uno. Under.
Putting a receiver in motion.
We speed left. Buggy.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. Got his man. This is Noel. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Hey, south. 19 Texas. Why, Tony.
Collins, the receiver, in motion left. Here's Stroud again. He's got it. It's in close. And for the Houston touchdown. The Texans grow the lead coming out of halftime. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one. More than likely for more games to come.
Jamie Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Johnson now on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. 1 play in, and they are already close to midfield.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
First and 10, looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Going again on 2nd. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Petrie. And he's going to score one. Pick 6, touchdown, Houston.
Hard to believe they got him yet again, Kate, especially with how go on that return. Mentally, this is not a place you ever want to be as a quarterback. It is devastating. Defensively, well, this is teaching tape for not just taking it away, but taking it to the house.
His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. Looks like they're going to happily turn this one down and let the play stand. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. Starting from the 5. Good work so far. He's got room. And an excellent effort there sets him up almost at midfield.
When you get contributions like that and you kick off returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Rig alert! Rig alert! 19 Lions! Ready, ready?
Back to work they go after the interception. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there's going to be more interceptions.
Brought in. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's a Jaguar first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Back now, pressure coming. He has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Just a yard left to go on second down.
Here we go, here we go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Hut, hut.
Still sticking with the passing game. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short?
Check smash, check smash. Ready?
No run here. ETN. He's fighting all he can, but won't get that final yard. They're going to have 4th down coming up. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Back to throw. He finds him beyond the marker. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. That's a gain of 10, and staring at a turnover on downs, Brock, they pick up the first instead.
Jaguars, first down. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Cup 19. Set go.
From the red zone on first. And he will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Following that timeout, they're lining up. They're going to try to come up with 2 points.
The Jaguars.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And the 2-point pass falls incomplete. They tried to get aggressive, but it doesn't work. They're in full comeback mode already here in the 3rd. An onside kick coming up. And the Texans secure that kick, no problem.
There's always a little competition on the football team to see who's going to make the hands team. Right? Those defensive guys say, hey, listen, I'm not a receiver with bad hands. I got good hands. Well, this is the ultimate test of it right here, Kate. Who makes the hands team? Those are the ones who are the most trustworthy to go finish these games, to go get those onside kicks, and to go finish that phase of the game out.
Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Look hot. Here we go.
Slot man in motion left. It's mixed in on 2nd down. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
And it's third down.
Hey, team. Hey, uno. 11. Why Tony? Look hot. Buggy.
Throw here, 3rd down. Looking underneath here to Mixon. Makes a tackle. He's still going. And he's marked down. Looks like at the 32-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's their football, and with that type of lead we've got on the scoreboard, this game pretty close to over. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First and 10, a run to Mixon. He's got about 9 on that run, partner, down inside the 30.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly when he's able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Mixon gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll go down here at the 16. That one gains 7. And it sets up a Houston 1st.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Going to the ground again on 1st. Down the left sideline he goes. And he'll get this across. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans put up even more points in a win. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. Well, Brock, he found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You've got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns, and that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes it off with 6.
Defense had a chance to scheme it up, now lined up to defend this try.
Oh, ready?
Here's Stroud throwing for it. And that one's caught. Add a couple more on to this massive, some might say insurmountable lead here in the 4.
Jaguars 20. Kaimi Fairbairn to
Fairbairn
kick off
has
for
it all
Houston.
set up for the kickoff. Johnson with a return here. They're going to track him down, but a nice effort in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38.
The Jaguars
Following the
take
play,
over
one of the
first and 10
Jaguars in some
at their
distress
own
as they hurry the
38-yard
medical
line.
staff out to look at him.
Let's go now. 19 light. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Ready to go.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Track 60 Bison. 60.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
11-yard loss on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Chased out to his right. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that brings up 4th and long.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on third down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Desperation time here on fourth. Oh no, they get him yet again.
Okay, that's just one of those situations that is so difficult to be a quarterback in that spot. It's kind of like being a pitcher in a 3-0 count. You just oftentimes don't win, and you feel like you got to force the issue, and you force the issue, and interceptions follow.
A give to Mixon up the middle. And he's able to stay on his feet through that run, at least until the tackle stops. He picked up close to 4. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5.
Oh, Eric.
Mixon on the toss. Ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. But fortune on the Texans side. Ooh, one of their guys got to it. They're going to keep the football. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock. But now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make him bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
Going right side. Mixon with it. Makes the tackle. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out. Minute 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
South.
On the ground again with Mixon. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, he got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
They're going to run here. It's Mixon. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
He rolls to his right. And they're not stopping the destruction, partner. That is caught. Touchdown. The Texans throwing 6 more on the blowout. Nico Collins with the touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Naimi Fairbairn, the kickoff for Houston.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10.
Panther 11, Panther, Viking 18. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. You know what it is. Take it to the half. Ready, right?
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10 from the 21.
Here we go, here we go.
I'll throw it. Here comes the screen for Etienne. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Hey, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
It's the 2-minute warning here in Jacksonville. Jaguars trying to do some window dressing. This drive is in trouble. Got to figure out 3rd and 12.
Panther 60. Touchdown. Check out.
Inside handoff goes to Etienne. Free up the
love celebrating that run, but you know what I really love? I really love watching those linemen. And they just get to celebrate. They love an explosive play like that. Doesn't mean a long extended drive, just a whole bunch of celebration.
That one splits the uprights. And the Jaguars take 7 points off the deficit. On now is Cook to kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Wanting to start the drive with Mixon. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
1st down, and they go right back to it. Big play, pushes them beyond midfield. And he gets this all the way to the 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And it sets up a Houston 1st.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung them to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35.
Tony.
1st down, going back to Mixon. And he'll give back a small bit of what he just ripped off as they take him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Good defensive tackles in this league, Kate. They can take up a couple blockers. Great defensive tackles, well, they stuff the stat sheet just like that, knocking that run backwards before it could get started.
Looking for the end zone and a deep shot. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans continue adding to an insurmountable lead. Nico Collins with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. So the Texans come away with their own win. Well, Brock, we both thought coming into this one that it was going to be a tough hill to climb going up against one of the better defenses in the NFL. But these guys looked and said, Hill? What hill?
And you know what? I think that happens over the course of this week. Sometimes when you know what you're facing, Kate, and you're watching tape and it's a really good defense, you know you got to be on your game. And this offense certainly was today.
That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Huard, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Texans as we bid farewell from Jacksonville.